everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Truro. This is the first time that I've brought the channel down to Cornwall, and it's the first time I've brought the channel to a city as well. I'm just sitting here having some lunch on the Cathedral Green, and then in a minute I'm just going to nip into the cathedral and have a look around there. But before I go into the cathedral, I'm just going to have myself a lovely Cornish pasty to give myself some fuel to walk around the cathedral and walk around the city. So I just got myself this lovely Cornish pasty from Rose Cornish Bakers. I think they're quite a big chain around this area of Cornwall, and they've been making them since 1949, and they're all crimped by hand in their Falmouth bakery. That is really good. So I don't know if you don't know what's in a Cornish pasty, I can tell you. There's beef, and there's onions, sliced or diced potatoes, and salt and pepper and swede, and I think that's all that goes into it, and it is really tasty. So before we have a little wander around the city, I'll take you inside the cathedral. This cathedral is actually really young. It was built between 1880 and 1910 in a Gothic style. This is a matchstick model of the cathedral, and as you can see, it's been built alongside the original church which was here, and the original church is still here as part of the cathedral. So here we have the original church. Just take a look at this font. The cover is absolutely amazing, really elaborate. Let's just take a little wander around the main shopping area. And there's lots of quaint alleyways leading off the high street as well that go to more shops. This is Coinage Hall, and it's actually built on the site of a previous coinage hall. And the reason for it being built was to be a place where tax on tin could be collected. Wednesdays and Saturdays there's a farmer's market here. Let's go and have a look around. I think there's about 60 stalls.
Just before the
Well, I need to recharge my phone battery, so I'm going to go into Charlotte's Tea House, see if I can get myself a table there. Wow, look at this. Charlotte's Tea House is actually in the building of an antique centre, and it is just incredibly gorgeous. The tea room really has all the charm and elegance of a Victorian era. As someone who loves a cream tea, I was in my element and chose a cream tea for one. This is Tregothnan tea, grown in Cornwall. This is Lemon Street, and it reminds me very much of Bath. There's lots of Georgian buildings here. They're absolutely beautiful, really elegant. Lemon Street is named after the Lemon family, the leading merchants who built the quay and surrounding streets. The elegant townhouses of this affluent era can be seen along this prominent street in Truro, where the Georgian architecture is widely regarded as the finest west of Bath. And then we've got the Plaza Cinema, which is very Art Deco. Here we have Lemon Street Market, lots of independent shops. It's getting quite warm, and I've just climbed to the top of a hill, so I'm going to go and have a sit down and I'll tell you some interesting facts about Truro. So the first fascinating fact about Truro is that it's the only city in Cornwall. It gained city status in 1877, but the cathedral didn't start to be built until 1880. And for the rest of the fascinating facts, we're going to go somewhere quieter, because I'm sat next to quite a busy road here, so I'm going to go find somewhere a bit quieter. So I was up there just by that monument sitting and chatting to you, and now I think I'm heading back into the city centre. But just look how pretty this walk is. I know it's a residential area, but it's just so pretty. I'm probably not heading back into the city now. I've probably got myself lost, as I often do, but it's really peaceful. I'm not too far from the city centre. I can see the three spires of the cathedral. And talking of the three spires, it's actually quite unusual for cathedrals to have three spires. There's only two others in the whole of the UK that has three spires, and that's Lichfield and St Mary's in Edinburgh. Talking of things which come in threes, the word Truro is thought to come from the old Cornish word for three rivers, and so there was originally three rivers in the town, but these days there's only two, the River Kenwen and the River Allen. And also, did you know that there's actually three Truros in the world? You've got Truro here in Cornwall, you've got Truro in Massachusetts in the USA, and Truro in Nova Scotia in Canada. Well, I've just walked up a steep hill from the town, and now I am at Truro railway station. It's just started to rain, so I'm glad that I've got here and got into some shelter. I've got a little while to wait until the train, but at least I'm in the shelter. All the shops are starting to close now. Well, this is very nice. I'm in a park in Newton Abbot, just opposite the railway station. Never been to Newton Abbot ever before, so it's very nice to be dropped off here on the rail replacement bus. And I have a little bit of time to kill until my train home, so I'm just going to go for a little explore around Newton Abbot and get something to drink maybe. Well, this is quite a nice place to end the video, really, I think. Probably end it from here. It's nice and quiet here. Well, there's a little bit of traffic noise, but in Truro it was a little bit more difficult. There was quite a lot of... Every time I tried to talk, there was cars going past and stuff, and then there would be people, and it was quite difficult in Truro. It's a really lovely city. I really loved it there. Definitely going to go back there. It reminds me of somewhere like Wells or Bath, somewhere like that. Very small and quaint. It was really lovely. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have done, could I just ask you to give me a thumbs up, like I always do. It just helps videos to be pushed out by YouTube to people who might enjoy them. I've just remembered a couple of facts that I didn't tell you about Truro when I was there, actually. One of them was Truro used to have a castle, and the other one is that Truro has a population of 20,000 people. Just a small city. Got a lovely bandstand over here. Reminds me of the one in Vivery Park in Taunton actually, only it's a different colour. Just a little reminder that I've set up a Facebook group now for the channel, and it's also called Southwest Sundays. It'd be lovely to see you over there. And I'm also on Instagram and Twitter. If you put in Southwest Sundays in the search, you'll find me there. This is actually really nice to walk around the park after having a little journey from Truro. It's kind of midway between Truro and home. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, then can I encourage you to subscribe? It's totally free and you just get alerted when I make new videos, which I try to do every week. I would get an earlier train. I think there's one earlier, but my ticket is specifically for the later train, so that's why I'm killing time. Well, I think all that remains for me to do now is to say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed a little trip down to Truro. I've certainly enjoyed it. I really need to go to Cornwall more often. It was lovely to be down in Cornwall. I hardly ever go to Cornwall. I could probably count on one hand the number of times I've been to Cornwall, and that's basically to the Eden Project a couple of times, and maybe Newquay as well. So yeah, definitely need to do Cornwall much more, and to the coast as well. I'll be taking the channel down there for sure. So from a lovely Newton Abbot on the way back from Truro, I'll say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.